Fuck you,
Hello.
Brian.
Somebody else say something else.
Got him.
Brian, you are a beautiful man.
All right, it's working.
What, that potion you bought?
I was kind of thinking of saying you are a beautiful butterfly, but then I'm like, how can I make this sound as cringy as possible? Boom.
You found the
Say
way.
Say it in an ooh voice.
Huh?
If you don't know what it is, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I was totally thinking that you were saying, say it in my Linky Lou voice.
No.
All right. It's late morning to about noon at the Dolby Inn, and the place is kind of vacant. There's only a couple guys in the bar. The work staff is cleaning, and there's some people checking out. But otherwise, there's not much going on inside the building. Who is anywhere?
The door bursts open, and in runs Linky Lou.
Okay.
Hey there! Nice to meet you all. I'm Linky Lou.
We know. Linky Lou, how long have you been out and about this morning?
Since dawn.
Okay. You are already aware of the events that have taken place just outside of town. That a giant pit mysteriously opened up in the night, and that's what everybody is talking about. And that's where most of the people are, too.
Oh.
So,
yeah, that giant pit.
Oh, yes, you already heard about it, eh?
So, is everybody over there then?
As far as I can tell, we haven't had much going on here. Everybody's just talking about the pit.
Okay, can I have a glass of milk, please?
Coming right up, my friend. And he starts squeezing the tap.
Did someone say something about a pit?
That's right. There's a pit north of town that mysteriously appeared in the night.
Good. He looks around, like behind over his shoulder, and he says, "Chandler, come here. Bring Vortigern." And slowly, Chandler shambles down the steps with the birdcage with Vortigern in there. I've just gotten news of a new pit in town. I say we go check it out.
Just outside it's on the outskirts of town. It's north of here.
That will do nicely. Thank you. And he kind of balances a silver piece on his thumb and then like flicks it in the air towards
Chef Rupert.
Rupert. Yep.
Linky Lou hops up and goes, "Whoa! Are you magic?"
I look Kilo up and down and just sort of straighten my my overcoat and then turn towards Chandler. Do you have all my effects? And Chandler just sort of like nods. Well, I say we should get going, shan't we?
Ooh, can I come along?
I start like kind of double stepping towards the door.
Linky Lou like starts following behind.
As you guys walk through the door, in this tall, thin tiefling of indeterminate gender, they are green, shock of blue hair, gold eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, nose piercings, wearing blue, and a coat that is styled to look like a peacock's tail. Sort of like the tails, like, you know what I'm talking about? The tail coat looks like the peacock feathers.
Mm-hmm.
shiny black thigh-high boots with gold around the ankles. And they just shoulder check you as they walk past.
I say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doing coming this direction anyway. Can't you say there's a pit in town?
As if something like that holds any interest for me.
I mean, why wouldn't it? It's the most interesting thing that's ever happened in this town. In fact,
I
don't
dare
even
say,
remember
my
what
good
town
man,
this is.
I'm the most interesting thing that's ever happened in this town.
Well, I would say you'd have to prove it.
Linky Lou like looks your tiefling up and down, and she goes, "Were you stabbed or something? Are you okay?"
What? And his tail kind of like does that thing where it like lashes, like you know how cats do that when they get annoyed.
Yeah. Well, you have those weird things in your body. Are they
They're-
part of your body?
Oh, you idiot kid.
She's like
Piercings,
going,
they're for decoration.
piercings? Oh, you're talking about those things that Grandma always told me not to get.
Sure, and if you're not careful, I'll give you one. And he like kind of jerks his coat aside, and there's a dagger strapped to his thigh.
Ooh, I got one of those too. And she like starts kicking it in the air.
Sting.
Huh?
Keep. And he raps on the table.
What is it? What can I get for you?
Something strong, please. I'm gonna need it if I'm gonna deal with these people this week.
Chef Rupert leans in close to you over the counter, and he says, "How strong are we talking?"
Strongest you have. It cannot be strong enough right now.
His entire face lights up, and he almost tiptoes like a little kid going downstairs for Christmas. And he goes over to a cupboard, and he takes out a bottle without a label. And it's he uncorks it for the first time ever, and you just can kind of see a billow of some kind of haze come out of it. And he ends up taking a kind of a stone-looking goblet, and he pours it in there, and there's another plume of like, and then he carefully walks over to you and hands it to you and says, "Don't spill it."
What if I do?
Well, you may have to pay for the damage in the floor.
Right, and he will just kind of like stand and do that horrible thing where he puts one foot on his chair.
Give it the old
Just
Commander
knocks
Riker.
it back.
Okay. I would say that you came from the Abyss, is that right? Or have you ever had experience with abyssal stuff? It's like drinking a goblet of abyssal.
Is that when you drink the juice in the compartment in the carpet shampooer?
I would imagine.
Just straight Windex. Do I have to make like a saving throw or anything for this?
What is your constitution number?
Constitution is 10.
Yeah, you probably should.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, that is an 18.
Okay. I think because of your race, it's going to not faze you very much.
He just kind of shivers like he just took a shot of tequila.
And Chef Rupert is looking at you quite impressed.
And he slams the goblet down on the table and just goes, "Nice."
You're
And he flips him.
You're the first one I've ever seen try it.
Happy to be of service. And he flips him 3 gold.
He kind of looks at it like, That's not enough, but he pockets it anyway.
I mean, and he just kind of like, if that's not enough, I'm sure I can give you something else.
I'm happy to have finally gotten to open the bottle.
Linky Lou.
Cheaplings, more like cheaplings. Am I right?
Excuse me?
Linky Lou is like poking over Royal's shoulder as he's drinking that, and she goes, "You know, that's not good for you."
Yeah, neither are you.
Oof.
What do you mean by that? My grandma says that I'm a very good girl and I make everybody happy.
Royal, like, does that thing where they, like, he takes your forehead and just pushes you backwards onto the floor.
How strong are you?
Fine. My passive strength.
What is your passive strength?
9 is my strength score.
Sorry.
Niner.
Oh, mine?
No, she said it was 9.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. It didn't come through. So mine is a passive saving throw of +4, which would be strength of 12. So.
Well, I don't think that we need to contest rolls on that one. I
Oh.
think it's just a
Yeah.
role play
Alright.
thing. We'll just say
Sorry.
you staggered back a bit, caught your balance, and you're okay. And Chef Rupert's gonna say, "Are you guys going to the hole?"
Yes.
Indubitably.
Oh, very good. Well, let me know how it goes. I would go myself if I could get away.
Royal
I
looks
could
at
leave Chandler in charge of the bar while you go.
No, that's cool.
Ooh.
Quite all right. Brian doesn't want to voice me for the rest of this session.
Fair enough.
Chris is Clarency.
Clarence. Okay. Royal will just look you up and down, and he takes out one of those, like, you know, the long cigarette holders?
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
Gold one that has emeralds hanging off of it, and he just looks at you and takes a long drag and goes, "Lead the way, old."
Old? I'm only 30.
I've seen better 30s.
Chandler's older than I am, and he looks like a boy.
Did I give you any indication that I cared at all?
Fair enough.
I don't know why that
Come
struck
this
me.
way.
It's so funny. He looks like a boy. Okay, so you guys go
I'm so sorry, I
outside.
feel so bad.
Oh no, this is great.
Outside, again, the town is a bit vacant. And then just north, kind of above where these two holy churches are, is where everybody's headed and everybody's gathered. If you were to take the roads north of town, you would eventually just find a crowd of people mingling out in the woods. It's not really woods. It's more like a open
Those
field.
Freaky looking churches. No wonder a pit just showed up there. Shall we walk or should we hail a carriage?
Linky Lou goes, "The best way is to run." And she's going to run the wrong way. The obvious,
Down to the
exact
river.
opposite way. Yeah, down to the river. Nobody's going to tell her that she's going the wrong way.
I'm going
Absolutely
to.
not. I'm trying to hail a carriage as fast as I possibly can.
I was gonna say I am gonna cast thaumaturgy to to jump up in front of Linky Lou and yell,
Where?
"Hey!" right in front of you. You're going the wrong way.
Oh, wrong way? Okay, thank you. She turns around and starts booking it. Back to you guys.
Clarency, I would say you've found a carriage by now. The carriages are pretty happy to have this business shipping people in and out of town, so there's one readily available.
Thank you for stopping. We shall require how many of us? Me and of course Chandler, my bird, the horned person, and
Name's Royal.
and
Use
that should
it.
fill up.
And then Linky Roll runs right up to the carriage and goes, "Me too! My name's Linky Lou."
I'm afraid all the seats are taken. I'm afraid you'll have to just run behind the carriage.
Oh, it's all right. She hops on top of the carriage.
Then
Hey, buddy. I hate to do this to you, but you're gonna have to pay for that little girl if she's riding along.
Not my kid.
If you have to boot her off, that is no problem.
I couldn't do that to a little girl. All right.
Yes.
She rides for free.
And then all of a sudden, the carriage driver rips off his cloak of disguise.
Stop taking all my NPCs, Tim!
And he becomes Lorne Lanning. And
Lorne, my good man, it's been ages.
I am
Port
so
Authority business.
I'm
I've
so
heard
glad.
there's a pit in town.
Well,
Okay,
I'll
who
yeah.
are you?
You're with the Port Authority as well. Nice to see you, Lauren.
You're definitely not a member of the Port Authority.
She flashes her badge, which is totally legit. It's a totally legit badge.
Well, none of their badges
Well,
are
it's-
totally legit.
Well, it's as totally legit as she could make it. She has like bedazzles and whatnot on it.
Hey,
Does it-
listen, princess,
very
put it away.
courtesy.
Does the badge say totally legit on it?
Oh, yeah, it does. It says totally legit Port Authority member.
Says too legit to quit.
Yep. That's below it too. Too legit to quit.
Anyway, Lorne is going to get this carriage smashing to the pit as fast as humanly possible.
Okay.
And in the back is the entirety of his equipment and a new Monster Ultra that he's currently drinking.
I am. I'm adding 5 gold to your inventory for running a carriage. And you're very fortunate that I did not have plans for that carriage driver NPC, you bastard.
You knew that at some point. Like, when he just hand waved giving me the cloak of disguise because he was like, "Oh, that only has role playing applications. It won't be a big deal. You can just have that. You don't even have to pay for it." And I was like, "Well, I'll give you a decent chunk of my." No, it's not. It's a poo poo poo. And I'm taking over 2 of his NPCs.
That is amazing.
So you guys ride these roads out of town, and just north of town, you kind of break through a line of trees, and you're open into an open field. It's grassy, almost like a park, but it's kind of thinly grass. It's not thick park grass, and it's kind of tall. And there's just a lot of people out here. They've erected a maypole. They've got blankets. They're having picnics. It's just a bunch of families gathered around this probably 30-foot across hole in the ground, and you can see it kind of off in the distance. That's about how big it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, I predict that this area, much like God, is thinly grassed.
Whoa! Are you a prophet or something, Lauren?
Jesus Christ.
He'll look
I
at
just
the
have to
camera.
say, I just have to say, I cannot contain my excitement. I haven't been to a good hole in such a long time.
I don't know about you guys, but I
Lauren
saw a
is-
pretty good hole last night.
Ha ha!
Woo, lad.
It's recommended to yell "yeah" really loud after you make a innuendo.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Thank you. That was pretty good.
The other
We'll
thing that
work on it though. You're an honorary Port Authority member. Lauren's gonna start grabbing all of the rope out of the back of the carriage and his climbing kit.
the other thing that you guys see is there are some officials that have arrived, and they're kind of roping this pit off and trying to keep the kids away from playing near the edge. And they've already started construction on some. They're like big spool things with cranks down at the bottom, and they've got this kind of spindly-looking white, almost like a silk. These just like long ropes wound and wound around them.
Okay. He's gonna look at Clarency and say, I think we can handle this authority, but it's important that we go into the pit, don't you think?
Important. Good. Because of
don't
port
get it.
authority. Important.
Oh.
Also,
He said the word, and then you
I
laugh
portent
and cajole.
the future.
Even better. Okay, so here, wait. Here's my spectacles. Try doing that right as you put them on, and then deliver the line, and then the yeah happens, and it'll be perfect.
We'll try it at the end of the episode. And he'll like lower the sunglasses.
Yeah, Royal plays a sick riff on his violin.
So, how far down does the pit go?
No one knows.
Okay,
I'm drawing
well,
a pic. I'm drawing a little sketch real quick for you guys.
The pit. You falling in the pit. And we falling in the pit.
It's like one of those like celebrity like songs where they get a bunch of celebrities together for a cause or whatever, like Farm Aid or something.
I mean, that's basically what it was in Parks and Rec when they were trying to raise money to
Oh,
fix
yeah, I
up the
forgot about
pit.
that.
Mouse Rat was
Yeah.
playing. The pit. That was the first thing that came to my mind when Brian said a pit. Like, oh man.
Ah, damn it! I
So-
gotta rotate this.
Go
So
ahead.
you said we can't see the bottom of it?
Nope. And all right, I got this done. So I'm gonna show you real quick. Okay.
Well, if we can't see the bottom, all the more reason to penetrate that hole.
These pieces almost look like siege equipment in a way. They've got this big spool, and then they've got the long spindly thing that goes out on an arm and then down into the pit, and then they've got walk around cranks that let the rope up and down. And this isn't
I
this.
mean, it's quite clear what's at the bottom of the pit. It's Charter College.
This is stupid. And they've actually got a few of these around it, and like I said, they're roping it off. So you guys can get as close to about where the spindly wheels are, and then the officials would probably approach you.
Oh, we're walking right up to the officials and
Yep. Okay.
gonna pull out
Yep.
our badges. and
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
Bedazzle
whoa,
Port
whoa,
fall
whoa.
Authority.
off my badge.
I'm sorry, we're closing the whole place off.
Port
Well,
Authority.
of course for the regular folk,
Port
but
Authority.
we
Yeah,
are
we're-
not regular folk.
We're
Thorin?
Port Authority. Some glitter and bedazzle falls off my badge.
I never heard of the Torrington Port Authority before.
We're the most
We're the-
important law
Yes.
enforcement group here.
Yeah, how could you have not heard of us?
Yeah,
Listen.
We're
we're
totally
the Importance
legit.
Authority.
We brought down Johann Bear Punch. You ever heard of Johann?
Sure, I know Johann. He was a
I
politician.
arrested Johann.
Or his daughter was. You arrested him? What'd he
Yeah,
do?
he was a really bad man.
The hell? He did a lot
Listen.
of good things for the city.
He
Royal,
did a lot of bad things too, so I
Yeah.
put him behind bars. Yeah.
Royal
Listen.
steps forward and just says, "Need to let us through. We have official business here.
These
Due
guys,
for you to get in our way."
he's looking your colors up and down, and he's like, these guys don't look official. I'm gonna have to go talk to my boss about this. You stay.
You're not
you
gonna
guys,
have to do that, don't worry.
Hold on. I need you
Use-
to stay here right for a second.
No, I need you to
You
stay
s-
right here.
you-
Stay right
That's
here.
not gonna happen.
Now
sir.
don't move.
Just-
Royal,
Just stay there.
Royal.
And as he's
She
saying this,
walks
he's
up.
Gordon's
He's-
gonna start jumping up and down and moving side to side like
he's gonna start walking backwards as he says it, and he's like, nope, don't move, nope, I'm gonna stay there.
I grab him by his shirt collar.
I'm moving.
Hey, what the hell?
Clarency turns over to Chandler and then opens the Vortigern's cage, and Vortigern flies out. And I can see through Vortigern's eyes for until he's 100 feet away from me. So I'm gonna send Vortigern down into the pit.
Does Vortigern have the ability to see in the dark?
Yep, he's an owl.
And he flew in the pit.
You say 100 feet?
Yep.
Is there a movement speed?
His movement speed, I believe it's a fly speed of 50 or 60. Let me look it up real quick. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna have to find out where my book is.
In the pit.
So, anyway.
Royal,
Oh,
like grabs this guy and just pulls him really close, and I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy on myself to change my eyes into like gold with slits.
Oof.
You are going to let us through.
Whoa.
Do you fucking hear me?
Listen,
I do intimidate him.
listen, sir, or ma'am, or
Port
sir.
Authority, and
Your
he's gonna
fucking
hold
business.
his badge over his shoulder. Port Authority.
Yeah, and it's a fly speed of 60.
Okay. Is that so? That's 60 feet in 6 seconds. Is that right? Is that how that works? Jesus.
Correctamundo.
Okay. So he says, you fly your owl down, and he says, I don't want no trouble. I'm just gonna go get my boss, and I need you to stay right here.
I said that won't be necessary.
Linky Lou walks up to him with the puppy eyes, and she says to him, "Please, mister, it'll only be a little while, and we're really trying to do something good for the city.
What
I
the hell?
promise."
What the hell are those?
I start laughing
And
as soon as she says good for the city.
And then, and then she is going to attempt to persuade him.
Okay.
That is an 18 plus my 2, so a dirty 20.
He says, I mean, this whole thing's not really my call. I'd love to help you out, but
Her eyes start tearing up.
listen, My
Go get
boss
your
is
boss.
my boss
Please,
my boss
Royal,
is
let him go.
my boss is just right inside town. You just got to
Fine.
wait here for about 40 minutes. I'll be right back. And he scurries off and
Whoa,
leaves you
whoa,
guys.
whoa, 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 whoa. Get back here.
Huh?
Port Authority, get back here.
Listen, I don't got a lot of time. I got a thing to run here.
Royal,
Act
please
like we
throw
give a
the
shit.
gentleman in the pit. Please throw the gentleman in the pit.
Whoa!
I would like to try and throw the gentleman into the pit.
Oh my god.
And you fell in
Into the abyss.
Please don't throw me in the pit.
Aye.
He's gonna say,
We're just trying to go into the pit.
he's gonna say,
There's
what do you want to
no
go?
reason not to let us.
What do you want to go in so bad anyway?
It's
a
for the
pit.
end of the city.
I have
Of your
prophesized and
business.
portended that it's very important.
He's gonna
Also,
stop.
the Port Authority told us that we needed to go.
He's gonna stop and he's gonna think for a minute, and then he's gonna walk closer to you guys and he's gonna say, "You guys really want to go down there?
Yes.
Any reason we shouldn't?
Listen,
It's a pit.
uh,
Why wouldn't we want to go down there?
I don't know who
Guarantee,
you,
shut up for a second.
I don't know who you guys are, but here's the deal.
We're the Port Authority.
I was the one that was assigned to this pit, and I'm the leader here, and I'm the one that they're expecting to go down there. And if I'm being quite honest, I don't want to do it. So."
'Cause you're a chicken shit. And we'll go.
We could do it
in the
for you.
pit.
If these guys is legit, I can't deny I'd be happy to turn this over to you. We never had this conversation, you understand? I could get in a lot of trouble for this.
This is
No, we
the
get
Yes,
it.
we understand
thing.
that.
Don't
That's why we're
worry, your
only
boss
going
works
to
for us.
charge you 1,000 gold per person going down there.
I
Clarence,
Eh?
Clarency,
This is a gift
I know
from
where
us
we'll
to
get
you.
the money later.
ain't got that kind of
Anyway.
money. I could give you.
Anyway,
I got some coupons.
Sold.
No,
He
where?
had-
Blinky.
He hands you some. He hands you some coupons to Icy Pop McFreeze's place down at the marketplace.
Blinky
We
Lou
must
runs
go
up
and
to him
get Icy
and
Pops and McFreezes before we go into the pit. It's very important. Does everyone agree?
I mean, I kind
Do
of
we
want
have
to
a
go
Port
into the
Authority
pit right
vote?
now.
You guys.
I
All right,
think it's
we'll go into the
unanimous.
pit now, and then we'll go.
I vote
get
nay, but I
McFreezes.
will go if everyone else is going, is what I'm saying. But I think we should
And
go into
What
the
about
pit
you,
first.
Royal? Do you want to go and get McFreezes?
I've never had one before. Sure.
They're a delight. There's a reason that Clarency is waffling a bit over there. Because
Hey.
he's excited for a waffle
Guys.
cone.
Guys,
Yeah!
Royal is just gonna
Um,
smack you on the back of the head.
guys,
So-
Much as I
Anyway,
missed you,
oh.
Lorne.
I hate to tell you this, but this day has been declared a Torrington holiday. They're not open.
oh,
You have to go tomorrow. But don't worry, those
Thank you.
coupons they don't expire
That's
till next
just-
month.
Closes
The
a tasty
pit.
freeze on a holiday.
Oh, good news, guys. Actually, they opened the portable stand right over there.
Yay!
yay! Thank you, sir.
But the
And
portable
she's gonna
stand is
hug-
nowhere near as good
Uh,
as the actual restaurant. I
It's
mean,
the same fucking thing.
So,
Look.
What the
Blinky
fuck did
Lou-
you just say to him?
It even says on the coupons that it can be used at any portable stand.
ooh, the stands are portable. I see this as an absolute win.
Anyway, Linky Lou's gonna run up to the man and give him a big hug, and she's going to say very cutely, "Thank you very much, mister. You're so nice."
Yeah, sure. Go away, kid. You bother me.
On Pinky Poo or whatever the fuck your name is.
He's gonna go
It's
tell his.
Linky Lou.
He's gonna go to the big spools and inform his workers that you guys are the ones gonna be going down. So they're gonna try to get enough rigging for all of you. So
What did
Alright.
Vortigern see when it flew down there?
you tune back into your owl and realize that you've lost connection. But all you
The dark
saw.
vision is
for-
120 feet on it.
What?
The dark vision is 120 feet on it. So
Oh,
I would
so
be
it's
able
like-
to see what it saw up till
100 plus 120.
Yep.
It was rock all the way down. And
Oh,
if you
and how far down?
as far as the bird goes, 100
Okay.
plus.
Well, it would have come back up after it gone
You-
past its.
Full extent of its reach plus its vision. That's all you saw. And the rock is kind of peculiar. It's all kind of ashy and charred black.
All right. And after it looks at that, it'll fly back up and come meet me at the Frosty Freeze stand.
Icy Pop McFreeze.
Well, according to Vortigern, it just keeps on going and going and going, up until it couldn't go any further without severing our link, and not to be confused with Linky, right there. The sides look charred, as if something burnt a hole in the very earth.
I have fire magic. Would that be something that would burn it?
Not special, kid. So do I.
Have you
Woo!
burnt a
Yay!
hole in a rock with it?
Yes?
Okay, that wasn't the answer that
have
I
a good
expected.
feeling- I have a good feeling that we should just make our way down.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? You guys come for an Icy Pop McFreeze?
Yes, please.
Of course.
Oh, you're really selling that like that? Okay, fine.
We got every kind of flavor you can imagine. What are you dreaming up?
Moose tracks for me.
Moose tracks it is. Literal
Also,
or the chocolate
does-
kind?
if I use the coupon, do I still get the punch on the punch card? This is very
Coupon?
important.
You guys got coupons?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have coupons. What do we look like, riffraff?
What are you? Let me see those. You know, this is a mobile
I
stand
hand it
here.
over.
Oh, shit. I wrote good at any mobile stand on these things. What the hell was I thinking? Fuck! Fuck me! Oh, pardon my language. Alright. What,
Don't worry, you're not the only fucking one.
Alright, you wise guys. I'll give you the icy freezes, but you ain't getting no punch card, see?
God damn it! And I throw the punch card on the ground and stomp on it.
Hey, watch your fucking
Bro.
language. You'll drive away my customers.
Then I realize that I'll have to use the punch card again eventually, so then I pick it back up and slap the dust
Dust
off
it
against my pants and put it back in my pocket.
I'll take a dipped twist, thank you, in a waffle cone.
Alright. I suppose you got coupons for everybody, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Son of
Huh?
a bitch. Start speaking. So he gets your ice.
Every time that you curse, your tip goes down by a copper.
Fuck!
What?
Wait a minute, we were gonna give him a tip?
Yeah, I thought it worked the other way, where the more you cast, the more it went up. It's
Not
like
giving
one of
him a
those
tip, don't
places
waste
where
your
they're
fucking
supposed to
money.
cuss at you.
We're not giving him shit. Don't worry, I'm not giving him shit. But we're gonna get him to be quiet. So anyway, like I was saying, if you would like a tip, what you have to do is stop cursing.
Fuck me. You know how hard is it for me to stop fucking cursing? Here's your damn ice cream. He's gonna hand you all your.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
God.
So
So
The-
do you have some sort of a policeman's discount if I would like a second?
fuck
'Cause I am a member
you!
of the Port Authority.
Get the fuck out of my place! He slams the garage door shut on his portable little thing.
The what? The garage door?
I couldn't think.
Right before he does that, Linky Lou is going to grab the door before it closes and attempt to rake it open.
That sounds like something that would happen on the 80s Incredible Hulk TV show, where he only uses his powers on like these really stupid things.
And after he slams the doors shut, you can hear him cursing from inside and like things clatter to the floor. So these big contraptions are all ready to go, and they've got these kind of harnesses that they can hook these weird spindly silk ropes to.
I really wish that we could have gotten that ice cream. I heard they had the new Pooperschwinkle flavor. I was really excited for that one.
Oh, you
I
got
heard
your
the Pooper Swinkle tastes like shit.
you got your ice creams. You got your ice creams. He just was pissed off about it.
Oh boy, this Pooperschwinkle flavor is really good. Although it does taste a bit strange.
So the one of the workers says, "All right, you boy, you fellas, and you, sir or ma'am, are you ready?"
Guess.
I'm a ma'am.
Oh, I didn't see you there. You're taking a little girl with you?
Oh, what's
I'm
it to you?
18.
All right.
I'm an adult.
Everyone needs a buckler or shield, do they not?
Oh my god.
He has these kind of vest things that you can put on with buckles, and then he hooks the harness into the back. Now here's the signal. If you want to go up, he's got a cord that's also dangling down. He says, "You want to go up? You tug it twice, and it'll ring this bell for us." Otherwise-
He's going to be wearing his huge fucking pack with all of his shit, so that it will be incredibly like, oh man, he's gonna have so much weight.
He says, "Ring the bell once to stop, once to go, and twice to reverse directions."
What?
Once to stop, once to go, and
Why
twice
would
to
we-
reverse directions.
Why would we have a third though? Like that doesn't make any sense.
You have complete control. You can stop if you need to. You can keep going down if you need to, and you can come up when you need to.
So,
It also sounds like a lot of, opportunity for you to fuck up.
No, we're pit experts.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we're
Then
the
why
pit.
did they call us in the Port Authority,
We're
the
the-
pit
we're
experts?
the
And
pit-
also, why do you want us to go down there?
Oh,
And
no.
why are you so afraid if it's a pit and you're experts?
We're just the
After
engineers.
today, I would think we would be the Pits Authority.
Oh boy. Eric, you gotta either jump in or get out. All right. he left.
We're full experts. Okay, bye.
All right. Are you guys ready to go down?
Yes.
yep.
On this hole. Yeah!
Oh wait, here, my spectacles.
Yeah!
Are you
I'm
bringing
gonna
your?
cast,
Are you bringing
Mage
Igor?
Armor on myself.
Okay. Are you bringing Igor along?
Do you mean Chandler?
Yeah.
Of course I am.
Okay.
What would Clarency be without Chandler?
So they start lowering you down pretty slow at first, and then the rate speeds up, and it's not going super fast, but it's going at a decent rate. And again, the walls of this thing are just kind of ashy and black, and it's getting pretty deep and echoey down here. Which of you
I
have?
have two hypotheses. Hypotheses. One, this hole was created by a very hot energetic blast from space going down. The second being a very hot energetic blast from down going up.
I hope it's the second. Or in this case, should I say the latter?
Which one of you
You
have?
have a ladder, don't you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's only 10 feet or 15, I forget.
Who all of you has dark
That
vision?
should be fine.
Linky Lou does.
I'm going to pull out a hooded lantern and light it.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Royal has dark vision.
I can have Vortigern sit on my shoulders and then use its eyes for mine.
Okay.
Yes, I have dark vision for 60 feet.
Cool. Down, down, down into the depths of this hole. It feels like you're traveling for a solid hour or so. The further you get down, the more you notice that the walls begin to change, and they go from this ashy black charcoaly rock to becoming more like glass.
Oh, a lot of heat indeed down here. It transformed the very rock into glass.
Hopefully there is some sort of treasure at the end. The Port Authority cannot keep running without funding.
You guys continue on down for what seems like yet another half an hour to an hour. It's hard to tell time down here with no light. It's impressive how much silky rope they had. Finally, you're gonna estimate, the best that you can estimate is you're probably like a mile down or something, and those with dark vision. Is that 60 feet, you said? Is that different than a lantern? What's a lantern?
Mine's
I
like-
have
A
60
hooded-
feet of dark vision.
You got 60 feet.
A hooded lantern is 30 feet.
Those with dark vision can make out some sort of floor at the bottom, and as you start to draw near, it appears to be a kind of a metallic floor. And then it's got a smaller hole in the center of it. And then there's...
The pit has a pit of its own. It's brilliant.
And then as you guys
It
draw...
seems like we have pitception.
Does that mean that the pit has a pet? A pit pet?
No. It doesn't. Now go in the second pit.
Okay.
There's not... It's not going to be easy to fit. But when you guys land on this with...
Someone vaporize Linky Lou so she turns into liquid and can go inside.
When you guys get to the bottom of this
What?
thing, and gong, you land on the metal floor, there's a hatch next to it.
There's a hatch right here. Do you want me to open it?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, I mean better her than us. Yeah.
Linky Lou's gonna attempt to open it and probably die.
It's got
Chandler, I'd like you to stand in front of me, please.
It's got a kind of a handle on it that you can twist, and then it kind of pulls out. But this thing is surprisingly heavy.
It's a lot harder than I thought it'd be to open it.
All right, I'll help you. Lauren has a strength of 14.
Okay.
So
Well-
I think that between the two of us, we should be able to open it.
Yeah. So you guys pull this handle out, and then you heave, and this door is thick and starts to grind open, and it's almost like it's.
He'll say, "That's what she said," and look at the camera.
It's almost like it's opening on gears rather than just a hinge, and you finally.
Damn, Hatch.
So my niece went to school recently this year for like her first grade. I don't know what grade starts at school. Is that kindergarten? First grade? I don't know. Anyway, her teacher's name was Mr. Hatch.
Jesus Christ, homeschooler.
Her teacher's name was Mr. Hatch, and she was going around calling him Mr. Egg. Anyway, there's a crawl space in here, kind of a ventilation shaft.
After you, Linky.
And this
Okie dokie.
this metal floor is thick, so you actually have to climb down a ladder to get into the shaft.
Metal
Thick with how
floor.
many C's?
Look at you. Look at you. He's gonna slap the metal floor.
This is a thick floor.
Your skull is thick, Linky Lou.
Thank you. She's gonna
You're welcome.
smile at you.
Lauren is going to go down immediately after Linky Lou.
It's big enough.
Way down to Egypt land.
That's the song I had in my head. Go down, Moses. There was enough room down here for you guys to crawl through, and then you guys find another hatch along the way. This one is not as heavy.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to open it up.
He'll yell up there, "Clarency, there's a pit inside of the pit inside of the pit."
I like where this is going.
Here's the weird thing. This hatch does not open upward like the last one did. It actually pushes down. And when I say push, I mean push. Like it feels like you're pushing it down. Like you're lifting the weight of it down. And so once you get it open and peer in.
Good. Real good.
Am I getting whacked by this thing?
Can't whack you. You're pushing it away from you.
Oh, I'm pushing it away from me. I thought I was, like, pulling it down. Sorry.
So it's above you, but you have to. I said push it down, but it's weird because you're pushing it up, but it feels like. Well, what to explain it better? When you peer inside, you find that what should be the ceiling. Oh, I had that backwards.
Now the floor.
I had that backwards. You are pushing it down. It's at your feet. You push it down inside. When you peer in, what should be the ceiling underneath you is actually covered in tiles. And when you look down at the floor below you, it's you can see some chandeliers and things. And then when you crawl through this, it feels like even though you're going down into this hole, it feels more like you're crawling out of a hole.
Whoa! The floor's like a ceiling, and the ceiling's like a floor.
Lauren had a Cuban sandwich earlier today, and so like he doesn't want to contaminate the next room, so he just kind of like lets one rip, kind of like giggles for a second, and then crawls into the crawl space. And he kind of hopes that maybe Clarency and Royal spend a little bit of time waiting before they come down, but either way, and then he goes in.
I was just gonna see how much one of you guys would pay me to Eldritch Blast the kid, but
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Kill my favorite character.
Is it clear down there? Should we come down and follow?
Yeah, you should totally come down.
Oh, good.
Jesus Christ!
Lord,
Yeah, that.
what the fuck?
Whale shoulder checks the other guys out of the way and jumps down into the hole.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Whatever that was almost killed Chandler. Again.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was quite the chemical weapon, of course.
I'm well versed in necromancy. I've never smelled anything this foul.
Oh, come to the Dolby Inn where we'll make fart jokes.
Alright, eventually I go through the other hatch too, and I'm on the ceiling floor with you guys.
By the way, is it light in here?
Yeah. Oddly enough, it's not
Huh.
light. It's dim light. It's kind of
All right,
spooky.
what all-
It's kind of
Oh.
these are really even though everything's flipped upside down, what looks like the ceiling is very tall. This whole thing is very tall and cathedral-like.
I switch to my regular vision and start like sending Vortigern around in like concentric circles, like out to sort of scope out the area. How big are these chandeliers? Do they look like giant chandeliers, or like just, you know, normal castle-sized chandeliers that are just suspended the wrong way or whatever from the floor?
They're pretty majestic.
Okay, that isn't what I asked.
So I'm gonna attempt to pull on one of them.
20.
Will it like come
10
down to me, or?
They're probably like 10 feet across. No, you
okay,
can't.
so that's
You
that's
can't
not
reach
much.
it.
Okay.
Oh, I can't reach it. All right.
They're probably 20 feet off the floor.
So
Okay.
the candles that are burning in the chandelier, are the flames of the candles burning like down towards the floor for what we would consider the floor, or are they turned up the other way?
These chandeliers seem to be emanating light that is not a flame. More like a crystal.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to look around. Do I see any doors or anything like that?
There's a door on opposite sides of this room, and then there's also a door around on one of the third walls. And then on the fourth wall, there's a big screen, almost like a window, but it's all black.
All right.
On the fourth wall, there's a bunch of people with books out in front of them and dice talking to each other.
This just got spooky.
Oh.
Never-ending story.
Linky Lou looks at the group playing and says, "What do they have? It's like those little dicey things that we used when we played. What was it?
There
That
isn't.
game."
There isn't actually D&D
Yeah,
on the
I
screen.
know. I know. I'm just being an.
Yeah, there's entryway on either side of this hallway that leads to another, or on either side of this room that leads to another two other hallways, and then there's a big closed door.
All right. So which door is closest to us? Like, which one can we get to with the least amount of effort?
It's a square room, and you're in the
Lauren's
center.
gonna run to a door, right at the closed one, whatever
'Kay.
one is.
Oh, so-
It's super locked.
He will
And it's locked with
shake it and jiggle it.
Okay. I'm just gonna picture Lauren
It
sitting there,
opens.
shaking and jiggling for a while.
Does anybody have
What
knock?
is-
Oh.
What is it locked with?
I'm gonna say a giant keyhole.
All right.
How big of a giant keyhole? Like, would one of us be able to fit through it?
You would think that if you had a
Ooh.
key this size, it would be like a key that's like
I just
6
crit
inches
failed
long.
kicking it.
You do that thing like
the
you do that thing like Wile E. Coyote, where your whole body is like.
So is the key like the size of an arm or something like that?
Like 6 inches, probably. Big 6-inch key. Like one of those big
Try-
iron ones.
A big
Try and use-
iron 6-inch key.
Yes.
Try and use my crowbar to pry it open.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I also have a crowbar. I will assist.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I too
So-
have a crowbar.
What does that mean? Do I roll with advantage, or do both of us roll, or
Why don't you guys all three roll strengths?
Okie
oh,
dokie.
strength. This is going to be interesting. That's a 10.
Okay.
Okay, that is an 18.
I got a 13.
It takes some doing, but you guys work at this, and finally you hear a crack in the door. The metal that was holding this door shut, the wood around it splinters off, and it swings freely. Inside,
Yay, it's open!
inside is another hallway, and this one is not lit. It's all dark inside, and it goes on with these brick walls for about 40 feet, and then it turns a corner. And at the end of this hallway, before it turns the corner, there's also another little door, a smaller one.
Lorne
So
will
let me,
lead. Go ahead.
I have a question about the door. So, like, this door, since we're on the ceiling, kind of, like, did this door, like, look normal for where it was or whatever, or was it suspended down from, like, the floor, which would be our ceiling?
It feels like this, compared to the way that you entered coming down this hole, it feels like this entire place is upside down, and yet the gravity is reversed, basically.
Huh.
Oh,
Well, anyway, Linky will start walking through the door since she has dark vision.
Okay. As you get towards the end of this hall and you see it, you're approaching the small door, and it also rounds a corner there. You can see the hall continues, and then it starts to break up, and some of the stonework turns into dirt, and then it looks like something dug a tunnel through this dirt. And then on the other side, you can see the hallway continues, except the hallway on the other side is kind of twisted, and it almost looks like it's closer to a 90-degree angle, almost sideways. It's almost
All right,
like this
I'm gonna-
It's almost like this entire hallway was broken in half, then buried, and they dug through, and the second part of it was rotated.
All right, I'm just gonna feed this. I'm gonna go back to the group, feed the info to them if they didn't follow me, and yeah. So
I see you lighting up, Chris, but I can't hear you.
oh, it's probably just picking up random stuff.
There you are. Okay, yep.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
saying anything.
Why not?
Okay, I tend to believe that this dwelling is a giant home, but it's inside of a boppet. And some even gianter giant has been bopping it and twisting it, and at one point it said, "Scorch it," and blew the hole right out of the top of the shaft to the surface of our world.
okay. This is the stupidity I live for.
Clancy, this is why you are an asset to the Port Authority.
Oh my God.
Did you
I
say an,
take off my hat and bow.
Did you say an ass hat?
Both.
Um,
No, it's more of a top hat.
Where do you guys want to go? I think we should
He
go
said-
down to that door in the hallway.
Well, you said that there were more doors in this room?
there's a couple open entryways on opposite sides of this room that are leading to more hallways and things. And then down the one that you went through, the locked door, is the smaller door, and then the hallway bends and turns into the crooked hallway.
Okay.
I like locked
So-
doors. We should go and pursue what we've just unlocked and go down the next door down that hallway.
All right.
So,
People don't lock up things that they don't care about. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You
I was
get
just asking to make sure.
you go through the locked door, and you get to where the hallway bends, and you try that little door, and it opens. Or I should say it's unlocked. I don't want to force you to open it.
All right.
Oh, we will absolutely open it.
Cautiously,
So
or
did this
swing it
hallway
open,
get
or
smaller as we got up to the little door?
the hallway's still pretty huge. It's pretty tall.
I'm pretty sure that the group agrees just to let Linky Lou go and open it first.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. All right. All
When-
right. So she's gonna open up the door.
The door opens to a bedroom, and there's an ornate bed with a canopy, and there's ornate wardrobe and dressers, and it all looks very old in its style.
All right. So I'm gonna walk in there, immediately go up to the wardrobe, and see if there's any pretty dresses in there.
This must be where they bop it.
There are pretty dresses. Several of
I
them. in
am
I'm
fact.
assuming also twist it and pull it.
I
The thing
immediately,
down, flip it, and reverse it.
Linky Lou immediately opens up her pack and starts stuffing these dresses into it. Ooh, they're so pretty. They remind me of like a princess or something.
There are
Linky,
there are hundreds
all
of
of
them.
these things are to be divided amongst the party.
Oh,
Aren't all these
okay.
things way bigger than we are?
What?
Wouldn't
The-
the dresses be way bigger than we are?
Nope, they're about your size.
Oh,
Lauren's gonna put one on.
Okay.
Chandler, you know what to do. Chandler goes and puts on a dress.
Is there a pretty pink one with ruffles?
Why not? Royal puts one on too.
Linky
Mostly-
Lou would have already snatched up the pink one with ruffles on it if there was one.
Now, question. Well, I should just tell you first. There aren't ruffles. Mostly these are silky and revealing, and sometimes sheer.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, Linky Lou's not gonna put on one of those. She's gonna immediately
Yeah.
realize.
Lauren will still put that
Royal
on.
will, but he puts on his coat underneath over it again, and still has like the leggings and thigh highs on, but he rips up the side of one.
Lauren's gonna kind of like wiggle back and forth and go, "This breeze is quite nice."
Oh my god.
Is there anything under the bed?
Mm-hmm. You find some cases. Almost like luggage
cool.
cases.
I pulled the cases out from under the bed, but then I have Linky Lou open them.
Yep. Linky
Um,
Lou is going to open them.
Most of them are empty, but you do find one filled with books.
What
Linky
kind of
Lou-
books?
Yep.
They look like maybe journals. They've got handwriting inside of them, but it's not a language that you recognize.
I look at it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Hang on.
So, here's a
Is it
funny
infernal?
Nope.
thing.
I'm fucking lost.
The only way you'd be able to read these is if you're Eric. That bastard.
Eric, damn you.
So what about comprehend languages?
That would be the Eric trick.
All right.
Hang on a
So I'm casting comprehend languages.
As you skim through these journals, they talk about places that you've never even heard of before, and it's like the daily activities of visiting through these places and people that were spoken to and things they did along the way.
All right, I'm gonna do my best to bring this up to the group.
Oh, so it's a chronicle. Nice.
Well,
So,
none of this
yeah.
can be sold for anything, so let's get the fuck out of here.
Linky Lou creates a bonfire with her spell create bonfire and just starts burning them.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
You
You
said
have to
that we
breathe
didn't
down
eat 'em.
here, dipshit.
The bedroom starts to get awfully smoky.
Put that
She
out
puts-
immediately.
She puts it out and is like pouting at you.
You're grounded, Linky. Go to the corner. Put your nose in the corner.
You can't
You're
get
not
more.
my aunt or uncle.
You can't get
I
more.
am now.
She's like tearing up.
You will call me Uncle Lorne from now on and put your nose in the corner.
You're not my uncle. Somewhere you
want a
hear, "You're not
spanking?"
my dad."
You could use your cloak of disguise and turn into her uncle.
Yeah,
In a nightie.
she's gullible. She's gullible enough for that, I believe. I mean, she only has
She's
an
gonna turn in-
intelligence of 16.
He's gonna turn into your aunt and
Oh my god.
and go to the corner, Linky Lou.
So can I attempt to roll some sort of roll?
I mean, you're not a fucking idiot. You would know. You either know or you decide that you don't. Like, you don't need to roll.
Yeah, I mean, you saw him turn into your
But-
aunt.
Yeah. She would have seen you put the cloak on unless you like went to hide behind the bed or something like that.
No.
All right. Yeah, she's gonna be all like, "That's a trick, and I know it." And she's going to attempt to reach out and try and grab the cloak off of you. I put out the bonfire. Everything's fine now. And she's starting to get a little bit of an attitude.
You can serve your corner time later, I suppose. And he'll turn back into Lorne and walk out of the room.
She kind of huffs at you and goes and sits in the corner and says, "I want to sit in the corner anyway." Huh.
All right.
Perfect. Well, that's a great spot for you, Linky. Is everyone ready to go?
Yes, I
And-
do believe we are.
Yes.
She hops up right
And,
next to you. "I'm all ready to go."
Oh,
I'm going to
Linky, I was
start,
really glad that you got out of that corner. That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna like again have Vortigern fly ahead of us 100 feet and you know like look out in front of us and everything, and I'm just going to have a hand on Chandler's shoulder to how to guide me through since I can't use my own eyes while I'm doing that.
In front of you, meaning through the tunnel in the crooked hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. Your owl, as soon as it flies out of this hallway and gets into where the dirt is, it kind of falls and hits the ceiling, and it has to kind of stand back up and try flapping again. And then when it gets into the crooked hallway, it has to adjust, and so it's now its feet are facing the floor of the crooked hallway.
Okay. So it'll just like kind of hop on its feet to wherever it's got to go to get out of this hallway, and then like, start flying after it.
Okay,
once
so
it gets out of there.
through the crooked hallway, it makes its way to the end, and you find yet another door, and this one's another big one like the one you saw before when you had to break it open.
All right, and since it can't open doors, as soon as it saw the door, it would just stay in place until everybody caught up.
Okay.
Crowbar this fucker open.
Okay. Same thing when you guys go through the tunnel. I'm trying to think about this. Hold on a second.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
No, the tunnel would be okay. The tunnel would be normal. It's when you get to this crooked hallway that the gravity changes, and you'd have to just adjust slightly. So you will make your way to the door, and it's unlocked.
I'm still gonna crowbar it open.
Fair. Okay.
And I got an 18 with strength.
The door opens up, and inside you find yourself in a dark, almost sanctuary-like room. And all around the perimeter of this room, it's filled with coffins. And then there's large tanks suspended from the ceiling, large metal tanks. And they all have these tubes running down into
They
the
like
coffins.
Sherman or Abrams? Like what kind of tanks are we talking about?
Tiger.
Also,
Ooh.
Vortigern flies in there, and since his visual is going straight to Clarency, he sees all the coffins and boners up real fast.
At the end of this room, opposite the door, there's a very large valve, like a sewer valve.
Keep Newell's in there.
Yeah.
Shit.
All of the
The treasure is Half-Life 3.
all of the coffins have slits in the sides of them where the tubes are going into, but they're all lidded and closed up.
Should we like take the tubes out or?
Oh, by the time that Clarency gets in there, he's gonna switch his vision back to his own and still keep Vortigern kind of just flying around in a holding pattern. And I'm gonna go up to the closest coffin and try to open it up, see what's in there.
When you open up this coffin, you see a pale woman, and she's in one of the gowns like what you guys are wearing. It's sheer and it's white and silky, and she's just laying there sleeping, and the tube is going into the coffin and then into her mouth.
I believe we should kill it with fire.
So
Like,
wait a
you
second.
prepare
Let's wait a
us
second.
Firebolt.
Royal leans forward and knocks on the coffin. Just like. I think.
Nothing happens.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You aren't picking up any magic.
Huh. Does seem a bit more sciencey, so maybe.
Can I make a... Would this be a medicine check to see if this person is dead or not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm actually really good at medicine.
Ooh,
If you
that
want
is going to
me
be 20, not natural.
Wow,
Oh,
okay.
sweet.
You put your finger under this woman's chin, and you feel a very faint pulse. It's incredibly slow.
Alive.
Hmm.
Is there anything like any buttons or anything, or panels or anything around the coffin or on it?
There's just that valve at the end of the room.
I
Turn the
hear
valve
like
all the way up.
Can I hear anything like hissing or like you know the sound a CPAP machine makes?
All that you hear is just kind of some underground creaks and like very, very faint breathing, and then obviously your friends nearby. There are like this, like I said, this whole room is the perimeter is coffins, so there's probably like 40 of these things in here.
Can I attempt to roll a history on this machine in here
Okay,
that has like the tubes feeding into them and stuff?
sure.
Okie dokie, here we go. That's a 12 plus my 6, so an 18.
The closest that she would be able to come up with is like maybe maybe like kegs of alcohol like you saw at the Dolby Inn.
It's like the bad juice barrels at the inn.
It seems like this party might be eternal.
Yeah.
Dude. She oh man.
I'm still in favor of just turning the juice up all the way.
Oh boy.
What the fuck? Let's go.
Linky Lou's gonna walk over to the thing and start turning it.
It takes some doing, but eventually this thing squeaks and starts to turn, and it turns and it turns, and you guys start to hear kind of a steady flow of liquid.
Liquid? Alright, this is the opposite of what I was hoping would happen.
Who knows how long they've been sleeping? Perhaps they have to relieve themselves.
Gross.
Royal walks over. Do I see any change in
God.
the person I was looking at before?
Yep. The breathing is starting to get a little heavier, and if you put your finger under her chin again, you can feel her pulse is starting to get stronger and more rapid.
Yes,
I think whatever we're doing is waking them up.
Good.
So my character has a trait from since she is a ranger, her specialty is undead. So can I discern whether these are still living creatures or undead creatures?
Hold on a second. Do you have like some sort of magical knowledge, or is this just an experience-based thing?
I have.
Like, I don't know how ranger works.
Are you talking?
Is it just like
I
you've
believe
studied
it's
the
wisdom based.
It's like you've studied the undead, or you just have an intuition?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
And I believe it would be some sort of perception or survival check.
No, I think you have a pretty damn good feeling that these people are undead.
Okay. So I think that they're already dead.
Yes, we know.
Oh, so we're bringing them back to life. All right.
And I think we shouldn't let them come back to life. I think it might be a bad thing.
Oh no, it'd be very good.
Royal,
Linky Lou,
you see a
you've
finger
been
twitch.
regularly wrong about things. If they're not friendly, Clarency will make them friendly. It'll be fine.
She's like starting to get uneasy and nervous. Like she knows she's got an idea of what might happen and she doesn't like it. And she takes out her crossbows and points at one of them. And readies to shoot at one.
Don't you dare.
But
Oh,
they're bad. Undead are bad.
because something's undead doesn't
They
mean it's
have
bad.
just as much right to be back alive as you do being alive for the first time.
And Royal, now you're seeing their eyes twitch, almost like a dream state.
Linky
I
Lou
go in
puts
front
her.
of one of them and start laughing maniacally as I see it like coming back to life.
Linky Lou
Rise!
puts.
Rise!
Royal,
Linky Lou. Whoop. Sorry.
Royal bends down and just kind of like puts a hand like getting ready to either comfort or restrain, whichever one is necessary.
Okay. Well, if you guys are gonna let this thing run, her eyes open up, and she looks at you.
Linky Lou is gonna
Oh.
step
Hi.
back and is going to hold out her hand, and she's going to calm herself, do her best to stay calm.
Hello.
I am Clarence E. Portmanteau, and these are my minions.
Not his fucking minion.
Yeah, Linky Lou frowns at you saying that.
My God, I just realized that the
Welcome
first
back
He
thing
doesn't
this woman
seem
saw
happy
was a
with you.
Unlife. How
Tiefling.
are you? May we get you anything?
The woman's voice is faint, and she says, "Where is the master?"
Okay, fuck
I
this
am
noise.
the
Yeah, Linky Lou is like at the door to the room, and she's like, I'm not letting any of them leave until we know what's going on.
Linky, no one is concerned with what you want. Anyway, what about this master? Does he know anything about the pit? Has he fallen in the pit?
Yes, it is quite dangerous. I could imagine that happening.
Have we reached Queldron?
Well,
Well, this is
John.
actually Queldron 4.
Some of
I
the
do
other
the Spock symbol with my hand.
I regret to inform you. Where's the
Unlive
master?
long and unprosper.
some of the other coffin lids start to creak open and they hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
There are now several women sitting up in their coffins, and they're all looking around a bit confused.
Hey
Is
boys,
this
I
a-
like these odds. I kind of
Is
nudge
this
over
an
to
Immortan
one.
Joe sort of situation?
That's what my first thought was, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Dude.
In which case, we should probably find Joe and punch him in his face until he dies.
Yeah.
Her body, which was kind of frail before, has kind of bulked up. She's not a tank or anything, but she's pretty normal looking, and she starts to sit up in her coffin. I need to see the master.
You don't
Oh,
know
so do
who
we.
or where the master is?
Who are you people?
Who are you people?
We just came down here for a good hole.
Maybe you shouldn't say that right now, dude.
You don't belong here.
Yes, we do.
You don't belong here. And then
Oh, really? That's the kind of bullshit you're going to be on now?
her mouth starts to
Like
open
you-
up, and you see two long fangs start to protrude from her canines as she reaches behind her. And then she pulls out a can, and she sprays this strange silver paint over her mouth and says, "Witness me."
Oh fuck. Okay.
Linky Lou
Okay.
immediately casts Firebolt at her.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Alright. That is an 11 plus. I was not expecting to actually get into combat.
You
Six,
just
so 17.
shot a fireball at her.
17.
I'm standing right next to her.
Oh shit. Oh damn it.
17 hits.
All right, and let's roll damage. That
Well, I gotta
is-
roll Dex save, which is a
It's 5
No,
damage.
it's a
minus one.
firebolt.
So, oh, firebolt.
It's a
Oh, okay.
firebolt. You're fine.
Okay.
That's 5 damage.
Okay.
And then I pull out my crossbows as my bonus action.
Well, I guess we're rolling initiative.
Oh damn.
Well, I guess my 6 that I rolled will be a 5 because my initiative is -1 as well.
Oh, I just rolled a 1 on initiative plus my 4, so I'm right below you, buddy, out of 5.
I did mention there were 40 of these women, right?
Dang.
Oh,
When I
boy.
notice that they're vampires, I kind of like lean my head over and expose my neck, and I'm like, "Do me, do me!"
Oh my god.
Fucking Eric.
I got a 13.
You said you couldn't play tonight. He rolled initiative.
And I think that lady that is immediately next to me, I think she got a 6.
Oh, you think that?
Yep.
Should I
That
roll
was one of my
separate
portent
initiatives
rolls.
for Chandler and Vortigern?
No, I'll
Or
let you
have them
just...
all just go on my turn.
Yeah, for simplicity.
Okay.
What did you get, Tim?
I got a 13. It's in the chat.
Sure enough. What did you get, Chris?
I have a 5.
Comic, what's your dex?
My dex is a, let's see, 18.
And what is yours, Chris?
My Dex, -1. For my Dex mod, you mean?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Several of these vampirist ladies start to transform, and they grow these hideous wings, and their faces contort, and they get more pointy teeth. Okay.
Does one of them turn into a Volkswagen?
I think they're gonna go after Comic first because he fired the bolt. What's your AC, Comic?
That would be a 16.
That's 3 hits.
Oh boy. Okie dokie. What's my damage?
Does 124 hit your armor class? I beat Eric to the punch.
All right. So what's the damage I'm taking?
Well, it's gonna be, let me see here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, tell me your AC one more time.
16.
16. All right. $28 damage.
Oh!
These 3 of these, a lot of them are just flaring up and getting their transformations done, but 3 of them come at you and they just slash at you with their claws and tear you some pretty good cuts. That brings us to Lorne.
Lorne is going to, as much as he picks on Linky, he's going to go and try and help her out, and so he'll run over and swing his long sword. 19 to hit?
Yep.
All right. Whoops.
Is this slashing?
Yeah. And that'll be 12 damage.
Well, you're able to hit one of the 12 evil ladies. Anything else in your turn?
Nope.
Okay, it's the vampires again. They're going to go after Lorne this time.
Shield.
Okay.
My armor class is 20.
Jeez, okay. That's 2 hits.
I think one of those I'm going to make you reroll.
Okay. That's 1 hit.
That's what I thought. I foresaw this conclusion.
Do you look at the camera? 5 damage.
All right.
You dodge easily one of them, and then the other one slashes you in the back. That brings us to Aubrey. Or
All right.
Royal.
Royal is going to just mockery. They are going to cast hideous laughter on. You said one was attacking Linky.
No, there's like 12 of them going after Linky and
Oh fuck.
and Lorne right now.
Alright, I'm gonna cast laughter on the one that's closest. And as my bonus action, I'm going to give Lorne inspiration.
Okay.
What kind of bard am I, or are you? What am I allowed to use that on?
You are allowed to use ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Right on. Because with
And-
Valor bards, you can use it on damage.
I am not a valor bard.
So I always ask.
Yeah. So that's hideous laughter, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So, 7.
You are prone.
Okay. One of them starts cackling insidiously and then falls over to the ground. I will give you the option. Do you want it to be the one that you've already done damage to, you guys have already done damage to, or do you want it to be a different one?
The one they've already done damage to.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Linky Lou.
All right, so with Linky, she's going to realize that there are 40 of them, and she's going to scream to the group, "There's no point in fighting them. We have to run. Run!" And she's
Didn't
going
Linky
to
have
turn.
a really low initiative?
Linky rolled the same as you, but he has a better dex.
Oh, that's what I thought.
And she's going to turn tail and run.
Okay. Are you dashing? You're going to use a full dash action?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm disengaging.
Is that double? Does that mean 60 feet?
Yep.
Okay. I'll say you don't have to roll an attack of opportunity, or they don't get an AOC, but whatever, because the one is on the ground from hideous laughter.
Well, but it wouldn't matter because if you disengage, they don't get attacks of opportunity.
Oh, I didn't know that you could actually disengage and do a dash action.
Yeah, but he I don't think can do a dash action after disengaging. It'll just
Oh,
be
then
your.
just 30 feet.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fair. I forgot your name. Clarency and your boys.
Clarence and the boys.
Come, my lovelies, come! There's a whole town to infect with your vampiric. It's not an illness. I know it's not. It's a great boon that you have. Come, let's infect them all. And I start running for the door and trying to lead them all out to the opening of the pit, to where they'd go and cause chaos in the town.
Okay. Some of them are following your lead.
All right.
All right, that brings us to the vampires. I will say that I'm going to say that this first group is going to attack Royal this time, and then the second group is going to pursue.
Well, the first vampire rolling at Royal gets a 6 on their attack roll.
That's what it is. Did you just see that, or did you just say that? It says 6. What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
Okay. I see only one hit. Damn. Oh, it meets, it beats, so I see 2 hits.
So how does Hellish Rebuke work for this then? Both of them, or just one?
I don't know what that is.
It's a reaction.
It's an area
which
of
I take in
effect, so if they're both in melee range, then it would hit both of them.
Yep.
Basically, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. I actually have to get my D10 out.
Is it going to cancel out my attack?
No, but it's a reaction.
Okay. So I should still roll my damage. Okay. So 13 damage, and my wisdom saving throw?
Dexterity.
Dexterity, okay. That's 19.
You take what's 8 plus 3 is.
That
So
wasn't
you take
enough.
5 damage.
Holy shit.
D10 fire damage. Was it 2d10 or 3d10? Hang on. 3d10. Hang on, I gotta. All right, so that's 7 damage. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, one of these vampires bursts into flames and disintegrates into ash. The other ones start pursuing the ones who ran out of the tunnel, and that brings us to Lorne again.
Lorne is going to. How many are on him right now?
12.
He's going to disengage and look at Royal and go, "We just got to get the fuck out of here." And he's going to run.
I'm going to say the second group starts pursuing, so what do you want to do, Royal?
I am going. Starts pursuing them.
Okay.
Oh no, they start. Like the vampires start pursuing them.
Correct.
So Royal doesn't really give a shit about these guys at this point. Oh my god.
There's still 12 in the room with you.
It's engaging. Oh shit, there's still 12 in the room with me. I'm sorry. Cast darkness.
Okay.
And
Let me
the
see.
and the point I choose is the point closest to, like, are they standing in a group or in like a line?
Kind of clustered together. Darkness can't be phased by dark vision, right? You can't see in it.
A creature with dark vision cannot see it, and non-magical light cannot illuminate it.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you could encase them all in darkness.
I'm gonna turn and skedaddle.
Okay. So you guys are all barreling down this hill, or down this hallway. If you use your dash actions, I'll say that you can keep the pace. At the very least, you can stay ahead of them, even though they're hot on your tail. Where are you guys planning on going?
I want to keep running back to where we broke open this door and head through one of those hallways and hope that these vampires all try and make their way out into the daylight and just die.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, I'm heading back for the entrance too, but I don't remember that it was daylight out there, so I'm just kind of caught up in the moment. Also, I can only run as fast as like I keep on having to slow down and wait for Chandler,
Oh, okay.
and so
How light is he?
mean,
Can you
it's the
carry
middle of
him?
the day, so
Well, it's the middle of the
what?
day,
Yeah,
but you
it
guys are a
is.
mile underground.
yeah, his speed is 20 feet per turn. So I like run up ahead and then have to stop and then turn around. And I'm like, Chandler, come on! And I like kind of you know, point my cane at him and like try to get him to hurry, but he still only just walks with the bird cage in his hand.
As you
Doesn't even
guys,
have a bird in it right now.
as you guys make your way
Let's-
into the room where you first entered this place with the chandeliers and things, everybody roll perceptions.
All right. And that is.
It's a 12.
I can never get to my skills.
I got a 9.
Perception. That is 15 for me.
and Lorne.
Sorry, it took me a long time to find my character sheet again. I'm rolling it right now. Nine.
Linky Lou, when you get through this room, you look up, and beyond the chandeliers, the tall ceiling kind of descends or ascends into darkness. But with your dark vision, you can see something moving. It's almost spider-like at the ceiling, and
Oh no.
suddenly it starts to descend, and as it comes closer, you can see a massive wingspan. And soon as it appears into the light,
No.
you can see this.
Boy.
And behind this hideous face, behind this hideous face, you see a massive winged body.
Okay.
I mean,
So.
kill it with fire.
Well, we do have 40 others chasing us right now.
We don't have a choice. We're the Port Authority.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to cast Firebolt at it. So
Yes, Hunter's Mark, you fucking ranger. Jesus Christ.
huh?
Cast fucking Hunter's Mark, you fucking ranger.
Okay, gosh. After I shoot him, I'll cast Hunter's Mark if that is allowed.
No, you cast Hunter's Mark first, and then you shoot him. So you get your
Okay.
bonus damage
Okay.
Yeah, Tim gave me
All right.
on every attack.
Tim gave me quite a talking to about when I was a ranger, and basically said,
Okay.
always Hunter's Mark.
Okay, Hunter's Mark, and I am going to roll for damage. Well, first
No,
roll
you have to
even
roll
hit.
for attack.
Yeah, I know. Boom. That's a 16 plus my intelligence score. Oh, that's
What?
a 22 to hit.
That's a hit.
And then 2d10 plus 6, or 2d10 and a d6. So
How is it 2d10?
9. Firebolt.
Oh, you can't. You have to use it with a melee attack, or a ranged attack, or a melee attack, I think. I don't think you can do it with a spell.
What about arrows?
Oh, definitely with arrows.
Okay.
Because it'll be an extra d6 on both of the attacks when you roll your damage.
All right. Instead, I'm just pulling out my crossbows and firing immediately.
Okay.
So I'm guessing re-roll for attack.
I'll let you have your attack, and then it's going to
Okay.
be an extra d6 of damage.
Okay. So my first d8, that's 5 and plus the 4 and the 2. So that's 11 damage for the first hit, and then I got to roll to attack again for my other one. I have the dual wielding feat, remember?
What's the first damage?
Or 11.
11.
All right.
And then
Yeah, you roll to attack with the next one, and remember that you do get to add your dex mod because of your feat.
Yeah.
On your damage still.
That is a 10 plus my 9. So is the 19 a hit?
Yeah.
All right. D8, That's 7 damage plus my 4, and then 4 extra damage. So that's 15 damage for the second one.
Okay.
And then I'm reloading as a bonus action, and I'm
You
burning
don't have
my
a bonus
action.
action right now.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
That was Hunter's Mark. Sorry, bud.
Well, I would like to burn my action surge to just hit him with a firebolt then.
Okay.
Are you a fighter as well?
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm a smarticle particle. So, all right, here we go. Oh boy. So that's does a 15 hit?
No.
Well, that goes down the drain. All right. Well, that's all I can do, and I really can't do much else. So I'm a sitting duck. Quack.
Okay. All right. Are you guys going to try and fight these things, or are you going to flee? There's a hatch in the floor. There's your 2 exits. And then if you fight, I'll just keep on with initiative.
Royal was just gonna keep running, to be honest,
Okay.
to
Where are
try
you
and
going
get back to the exit.
Where are you going to try and go?
Back to the hatch.
Okay. No problem.
You gone.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to lead them to the people to feed on.
You bastard.
But,
You're a
but
monster.
I
Close him
But I
in.
also-
Close
but
him
also-
in.
also did get winded before getting at the end of the hallway, so I had to stop to take a breather for a little bit.
Close him in with the...
Everybody's gone and left me behind at this point, and I'm just like, me and Chandler are just sitting there taking a breather.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be at least 2 groups of vampires that are going to be able to reach you, so...
I think Lauren and Linky are fighting this fucking big bad vampire.
Well, then...
Is Royal through the door, Aubrey?
Yeah, she went through the hatchway.
Yep, we're gone.
So you can't close the door. Okay, yep. Onwards to fighting this thing, and then the other 40 of them.
Also, why does
Well,
the
my
hipster
hope is
vampire
that-
look like Trevor Chaffee?
I'm kind of hoping that, we'll Night King it, and killing the main vampire will kill the rest of them.
Oh, yeah. We just
What-
have to kill them before they get here.
Clarency.
Just a 296 at your AC.
Clarency, what are your ACs?
Oh, my AC is 9. And my, and for Chandler.
Oh!
For Chandler, it's an 8. And for my owl, my owl has a higher armor class than both me and Chandler.
Oh, boy.
But as if they're gonna attack me as they swarm me, I again kind of tilt my head to the side and give a welcoming neck area for them to bite into.
Oh, boy.
Okay. 9, 8. Tell me your owls again.
11.
Are you kidding me?
Your owl has better AC than all. It's a fast boy.
It's literally what I just said.
Oh, my
See.
God.
So you get hit with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah, 6 total. 1, 2,
Take me!
Oh, my
5, 6.
God.
Can I say that during my breather, while I was like running down the hallway, I found one of those cans of silver paint and sprayed it into my mouth?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Witness me. Witness me.
This ought to do Aloysius proud.
That's going to be 44 damage.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
I'm gone. Big time.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Because whatever damage the first, like, I have 28 hit points, so whatever took me past that, I'm sure I got bit multiple times after that.
Oh
Should have
god.
handled my death saves.
Oh god. Well, at least they're feasting on him.
And your little minion takes 60.
Oh god.
For the owl or for
That was for your
Chandler.
Chandler.
Yeah, he's down too.
Oh my god.
And then your little owl takes
He only has 1 hit point.
he
I
takes
hope he
7.
lives.
So
Oh.
you stop to get a breather and you immediately turn around and spray this silver spray paint all over your mouth, and then this just swarm of vampiruses
Oh my
like a hive of bees come down upon you, and they just wreak havoc. And by the time
God.
they fly away, you guys are all just laying on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, technically, after I died, then both Chandler would have dropped to the ground and the owl would have just, like, poofed into...
Okay.
oh, that's even worse.
Oh god.
All right.
Oh
It's
no.
so this giant bat descends upon the one that attacked him
Okay.
with a natural 1.
Oh sweet. I love it.
I'll say that his wing gets caught in one of the chandeliers and he starts flailing around. So what do you want to
Just suck,
do?
I guess.
What do you want to do, Lorne Lanig?
Okay, I'm going to rush at him and attack.
Okay, he's 20 feet up in the air on the
Advantage.
chandelier, but he's a big boy.
20 feet up in the air.
He's a large
Would
character.
I be able to like
He's like
jump up into the air still and get him?
He's like a 10-foot boy with probably like a 16-foot wingspan. So if you can, let's see, 20 minus 16. So that's what, like 4 feet off the floor. If he swings his wings around, you can probably reach him.
I mean, the sword is, a good 3 feet long, and them jumping. I think we got it.
Cool.
Can I have advantage since he's stuck?
Sure, why not? You guys have this deck stacked against you.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use a luck point to roll again.
His AC is 16.
Rather than a luck point, I'm gonna use my portent then to hit on my first one. I'm gonna use my 11. And then I'll get a 16 overall, which means I'll roll damage.
Okay.
So 8 damage, and then I'm gonna action surge.
Oh sweet, another fighter.
I'm a fighter wizard. Thank you.
I'm just an Eldritch Knight with ranger
That's a
abilities.
night. That's a 19, or sorry, 21 on the second one. So I'm just gonna roll damage.
Okay.
And that's another 8.
Your sword swings through, and you hear his bone splinter as you hack through the arm of his wing, and then it tears through the thin skin of the rest of the wing, and so the whole end of the wing just falls off and hits the ground.
Nice.
He frees himself and flops to the floor right in front of you guys, and that brings us to is that the end of your turn?
I don't think I have any good bonus actions, but let me check real quick. Sorry.
You're fine.
That's the only problem with taking different characters all the fucking time.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna wait until I take more damage to second wind. So yeah, that's the end of my turn.
I think the second, the straggling group of vampires has finally caught up, and being that Clarency's down, they're gonna probably go after Linky Lou, since he's
Pretty
just
sure you just said vampires.
probably.
Wait, they're going after me?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yep. Well, I'll be leaving you guys. Salute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Yeah, Aubrey's next. Okay. 5, 6, 7. That's 7 hits.
Yeah.
Uh,
Goodbye, guys. Unless if he keeps rolling ones, I'm dead. Goodbye, Linky Lou. You were my favorite character.
Oops,
gonna
I'm
cry
sorry.
now. Holy crap! Yeah, that kills me.
I forgot to tack on a number. Hold on. 28. Oh, okay, that's better.
It's all good. She's already down.
Now, yeah, so 58 damage.
Oh. 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 That is literally double her. Yeah, she's dead. There's no saving throw. She's just dead.
Okay.
Salute. Salute to the fallen warrior.
The same
F in the chat for our 2 party losses tonight.
the
Oh
same
my god.
terrible hornets swarm of vampires comes down upon you, and when they leave, you
Oh,
are just
God.
on the ground. What do you want to do, Royal?
I'm fucking booking it, dude. I'm gone.
So you scramble through this hatchway and through the little crawl space, and then when you get to the silk things, you see your vests are still there, so you can just buckle up and pull the dong.
Just
Now here's the thing. According to your instructions, there's only one rope, and so if you pull this thing, they're probably just gonna pull them all up. Are you gonna wait for your mates?
ooh. This is when I have to make one of those choices between player and character.
Oh, you know Royal wouldn't wait.
Yep, nope,
That
we're not waiting
motherfucker
for
would be
jack
going up that
shit.
road. Yep.
Motherfucker, we're gone.
You give 2 strong yanks of this cord, and after just a moment, you start to lift off this metal floor, and then pretty quickly you start zipping up this tunnel. Comic is down, Chris is down. That brings
Oh,
us
guys,
to
I'm so sorry.
more vampires. At this point, there's going to be another the vampire group number 3 is going to come down upon Lorne.
shield AC 20.
Okay. That's 1 hit.
Boy.
Do you have any more magic number changers?
No. Well, I do, but I'm gonna save it. I have 1 luck point left. But I'm gonna take this hit.
6 damage.
All right. Now it's worth using my healing wind.
The big bad, he kind of scrambles up to his feet, and he looms over top of you, 10 feet tall, and then he makes his attack.
AC is still 20, by the way.
Okay. Attack. 18. Not enough.
Yeah, boy.
He takes a big swipe at you, but Somehow you managed to dodge out of its way. I think it's... Yep, it's your turn now. Oh, no, there's one more vampire horde. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh, motherfucker.
One hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and make you re-roll.
Okay.
I'll use my last one.
That's a fail.
Yeah, boy.
They all crash against your armor and don't even phase you. It's your turn.
I'm gonna take one last fucking swing at Senor Senior.
Oh, shit.
Come on, Nat 1. Nope, that's an 11. I miss. They're one shots. I don't care if I get TPK. Because I'm out of shit. You know, it's over now.
Yeah. All right. Aubrey's going up the tunnel. You're gonna get another 2.
Oh, I'm a healing wind doesn't matter. I'm gonna get swarmed.
Yeah.
Oh.
There'll be another 2 hits.
Yeah, it's over. Don't worry about it. Like we don't need to go
Oh
through
my
it.
god.
I think this monstrosity just looms over you and kind of smiles as these evil wives of his just come down upon you and devour you. And Royal goes up alone. And I think that's going to be our adventure.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
Oh man.
Sometimes
I'm so
characters die. Like, I'll bring Lorne Lanning back. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
No, it doesn't matter.
I know,
Yeah.
but damn, it feels bad.
sad.
Not cut out
and
to play
especially-
mean characters.
well, like
And
I kind of used meta knowledge. Like, it probably would have been way more brutal to disengage and do what Lorne actually would have done and ran the fuck away.
I feel like I want
seeing
Eric.
that all of the ropes were.
Oh, so my character isn't actually
been
dead.
great.
This was just a big what if.
No, it was real,
What do you mean?
but
all one shots are like this,
the-
where they technically didn't happen. That's why the authority
Yeah.
was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's
Already in. Oh my god.
it's Dolby Inn, so nobody gives a fuck. Like
Okay.
if you desperately want to bring Linky Lou back, you can. If you want to commit to the story and say she's dead, you can do that too.
Oh my
I
god,
mean,
Pericles is gonna be
she-
so confused.
She is legitimately my favorite character, so.
Brian,
Um,
you get the honor of having Clarence be an NPC now for vampire for
Sweet.
whatever purposes you want. But yeah, like since Chandler was already technically dead, I don't think he could be turned into a vampire. So you'll have to come up with a new like sidekick for him.
I mean, I guess for story's sake, it wouldn't really be fair if I brought her back.
So here's
So-
the thing: those who died unlocked the achievement of die a heroic death, and it says Brian will do a Dolby-style drawing of one of your characters. So like one of my simple sketch drawings, and it can be any character you want.
I mean, definitely
Oh,
do Clarency. I mean,
Okay. Yeah, if you give me a
Definitely
description,
Linky Lou.
if you give me detailed descriptions of them, I'll sketch them up based on the details you give me.
All right.
he basically
I'll
looks
do
like
my
a
best.
goth younger Steve Buscemi. and then like Chandler looks like a sort of, I don't know, mid 18th century.
Oh no, I'm only doing
schoolboy.
one of your characters.
No, that's a quintessential part of his character is having Chandler and Vortigern.
All right, but if
I
if it starts taking me a long time, I'm gonna make the little boy peeking out from behind him so that I don't have to do all the details.
Well, Chandler always stands in front of him.
Yeah.
Damage.
What? Tell me, what did your little boy look like?
You know, like a freaking mid 18th century schoolboy or whatever.
All right.
Like, you know, in the British sort of schoolboy uniforms, like the thing that Angus Young wears, like for AC/DC, the stupid little shorts and the coat and stuff. And he holds up an owl cage in front of him all the time.
Does Lauren just look like that guy from YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't want you to draw Lauren.
Oh, you can. All right, you pick.
Draw
I'm thinking
Mortimer.
about it. Like,
I'm stopping the stream.